Oh my god, it's been so long since I made a video, and I'm sure that my roommate's gonna come in sometime random, but it's like 10:53, almost 11 in Wisconsin, meaning you're closer to British Accent Day than I am. Yay. Okay, so I thought I'd quick share things about my life. I just wanted to share my journal and my sketch journal, actually. I just make this like an artsy video, and then I'm gonna go back to working on my sketch journal. But, regular journal now has a post-it note on it saying, oh, stop that schedule, saying audition pieces to tell me to work on my audition pieces because I have auditions Monday. So it's always there as a constant reminder. I think I showed you the birdcage page. The fact that I feel like I'm a birdcage in the ComArts building. Then I wrote about Gertrude boots and tattoo tights and see-through flower blouse and you give me jaw tension. A romantic, I called it romantic honesty. I was like, this is sweet if it wasn't like draw tension. And then Suzuki rehearsal Wednesday night talking about the most exciting, terrifying experience of my acting career so far. September 15th, covered in paint. Then there's some quotes from 6 characters in search of an author. I don't know if I went over this last time. I'm really sorry if I did. We as we are have no other reality outside of this illusion. And then on the stage, you as yourself cannot exist. Oh, dude, I went over this because I showed you guys a little sketchy sketch of the professional playing Henry, and then the sketchy sketch of my Suzuki man. I'm Suzuki captain, so that's dumb. And I think I went over these Mother Courage quotes. I loathed him in the daytime, and yeah, I think I did. And then, okay, now I have melancholy play audition pieces written out. One from Rabbit Hole and one from Talk Radio. Where are you? That's my question of that day. Talk to you soon. A sketch with no face or no bodily recognition at all. You might have seen this too. My best friend telling me, sorry, boys are dumb. And then 1:50 a.m. cheesecake, can't sleep. You sign online and my stomach churns and turns and I'm dying, too awake, too afraid I fucked up. You won't talk to me. Just talk to me. And then I put another text message, a little box of a text message I received. I hate being busy and I hate saying it, etc. I think I told you about that. A little picture of Zooey Deschanel for a dumb reason. I made a kiss list of the boys I've dated / makeouts that were significant. Whatever, world, get over it. Eager Eyes was a concept of a day. I have a sketch of that in my sketch thing too. Then I have little post-it notes. I'm a big fan of post-it notes, and these are from Henry, 5. Faith, I will live so long as I may, that's the certain of it, and when I cannot live any longer, I will do as I may. That is my rest. That is the rendezvous of it. And then, you savor too much of your youth. And then there's a phrase from Henry 5 used, it's heart grief. I just thought that was beautiful. And then, my love, give me thy lips, small one. But if it be a sin to covet honor, I am the most offending soul alive. And then my last one from Henry is, a night is but a small breath and little pause to answer matters of this consequence. That's my other page. And then I posted a note from a friend to brighten my day. One of my friends said, let Haley be, she's a free spirit. Get all these things from friends lately. And what is it that ties us to the behaviors which will destroy us was from a really cool documentary called Theater of War. They also said, as we produce objects, we produce ourselves. And then I did this little sideways dealie over here, best parts of Crazy Tuesday. Because my Tuesdays are insane, which consisted of paint, and I do a little sketch. And then coffee, too much. Creating a hat, which kind of looks like that. It's really interesting. 3 p.m. pizza, which I got for free from Eric. That was cool. It was ham, pineapple, Alfredo, spinach, and sauce, I think, or something like that. Or Alfredo sauce. And then Suzuki. And then more quotes from Henry. I must not blush to affirm it, talking about saying I love you. I know no ways to mince it in love, but directly to say I love you. Then if you urge me farther than to say, do you in faith, I wear out my suit. Give me your answer, if faith do. And then, Mary, if you would put me to verses, or to dance for your sake, Kate, why, you undid me. For the one I have neither words nor measure, and for the other I have no strength in measure. Which is beautiful. I talked about we did table work for Henry, so there was lots of back stuff. If you're not prepared to be wrong, you'll never come up with anything original. Sir Ken Robinson. It's TEDtalks.com or something. TED.com, I think. TED Talks. Look Sir Ken Robinson up, and it's brilliant. It's about how education stifles creativity. Use the gift of imagination wisely. Educate a child's whole being. Believe in that, from the same documentary. More about my Wednesday of looking good and not seeing people, and film class being a jerk, and you're everywhere to me. When I close your eyes, it's you I see. It just popped in my head, so I wrote down. Take root. These are poems. I wrote this one first, and then drew a line up, and wrote this one. It was interesting. Another thing for my friend is a love letter to a friend. Use your beauty, use your strength, root yourself to the earth, find your calm, find a peace, be present wherever you are, love yourself, love your existence, rejoice in each day, and don't be afraid. And then I made a new friend, a new best friend. We were chatting on Facebook, and we were talking, and he said, sleep is for the dead and dying. Creative college types stay up all night drinking coffee and reading, writing, philosophizing, yeah, doing art and having mad, stupid, crazy sex in between cups of Java. And I just really like that. I don't know why, it's just really weird. And then we were talking about Mother Courage and her children today. It's all downhill, your fall is God's will, better let it be. And I was just debating what I believe in that statement and what I don't. I love philosophy and shit. Da 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 da, yay! Okay, it's not virtue that pays in this world, but wickedness, and the world shouldn't be that way. Was a quote from someone in that documentary. Or no, in the play. In the play Mother Courage. Sorry, it's the cook who says that. I don't know anything. And then, today I made an oil pastel for Eric, because he was talking about how he doesn't see nature in some of his classrooms because there's no windows, and he wishes there were posters. So I was like, I'll draw you something. And I drew him. I'll have to maybe steal it back from him and take a picture to show you, but it's just the sun and the sky. But it says, here comes the sun across the bottom, and on the back it says, Eric, like, let this be your sunshine, smile, laugh, whatever, like, things to think of when he sees that picture. And I gave it to him today. And he's never had anyone draw something for him, apparently, and he was just like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And I wrote this in my journal, the quote, because he sat down for a while and chatted with me and some of my friends or whatever, and then he got up and he's like, I'm gonna go mess around on the piano, just calm myself down. And, I got up too, and I was like, yeah, and he's standing there, like, a distance away from me, holding on to both sides of his backpack, and he just goes, so, I'm going to hug you, because this picture is really awesome. And I just started cracking up, because he said it with this straight face, I'm going to hug you, and I was like, okay, man, do what you gotta do, right? But it was so wonderful. And then the other cool part of my day was me and some other friends during rehearsal, when we weren't needed for blocking, we're sitting and we're chatting about life, future, equity versus non-equity, agents, like all of the things surrounding theater and its outside world that we don't have in an educational setting. And my friend just goes, well, there are 6 billion people that live life every day. They've figured out how to do it, so I'm not too worried. She's just very laid back, and I just thought that was wonderful. Okay, now real quick, this is a really long video, I'm sorry. This is my sketch journal. I just started putting these things and I'm going to add to it, but it says, it's not easy to be a goddess's boy toy, favorite headline in the entire world. Heroes in action is something that I just thought was cool. I like the font, and Eric is all about heroism, and rethink. And then inside, on the back of the cover, is one of my blackouts inspired by you guys. Then I'm gonna be Ariel, the Little Mermaid, for Halloween, but I'm gonna do it in this really badass way and have green skinny jeans and a purple like bra bedazzle or something, dye my hair red. I feel like I might have told you this before. I don't know what I've told you and what I haven't. Then I did this charcoal sketch of frustration. It technically goes this way, and then it has a poem. You're organic and free-formed amidst these structured walls. You are the charcoal smudges on my blank page of day. Nothing fits together quite the same, and I'm stuck between drawn lines. Give me paint, give me free, give me smudges and imperfections. Give me no time at all. We'll still make art together. But that's better than I thought. Then I sketched with my friends. I've been really into sketching people ever since Ohio, which is weird because I hate drawing people. And then, based off someone who has a blue essence and red hair, I started doing a sketch of just a beautiful male body kind of off to the side. Always do that. His head's a little small. But then it turned into, I didn't draw an arm. I hate drawing arms. And I thought about the color blue and how calming it is, and then how calming I find water, and how that all makes sense for me as a person. And so he became the water. And then once I got up here, I was like, his hair just needs to become the fire, and they need to meet in the shape of a heart. It was interesting. I like that one. Then there's just this, eager eyes was the concept of a day, because of the way someone looked at me very eagerly. So I just kept drawing eyes, even though the eyes don't look that eager. Then another blackout, and then just doodles to go with it. And then this today, I had smudges from my sun sketch. So I just started making this mess, and then I wrote a poem that says, "Color me a tender dream, paint affection with your fingertips, bristle closer, drip, drop, smear, and you're beautiful, a masterpiece I can't quite take in." And then I drew another eyeball, because I like eyes. I don't understand. And then I was thinking about my sun sketch for Eric, and he was in class, and I was like, but he wants nature. And I was looking at a window, and I was like, trees. And so I drew him a tree with the quote, "I fell asleep beneath you in the tall blades of grass. When I woke, the world was new. I never had to ask. It's a brand new day." And it's just a simple sketch. But what's funny about this is I wanted to take this sketch to him after his class was over. And so I went to where I knew his class was. And he never came out of the room. And I had class in like 15 minutes. And I was like, the astronomy room eats people. Well, this is dumb. Because I wanted to just like open my sketchbook up and just, I made you a tree. That's like, and to me that was just a beautiful moment that I wanted to have, that I couldn't, because he later told me, he's like, I just had to get out of school for a while, like blah blah blah. And I was like, that's fine, but I made you a tree. Dude, I made you a tree. Come on, I made you a tree. So basically, yeah. And so what I'm going to do now is go through my lovely New York Times that I get for free, find if there's any cool headlines, maybe do a blackout. Ooh, that's part of the day though. Look at that guy's face. He's awesome. And then I have 9 o'clock in the morning voice class, and I don't have a thing memorized that I need to have memorized for class, so that's awesome. I have 3 plays to read this weekend. Boom, boom, boom. But 2 of them are 1 act, so it'll be fine. I have to write a paper on one of them. I have to kind of write a paper on one that I kind of read this week. I have a lot to do, basically. A lot of reading. And I might have to go back to Appleton because I realized I forgot some of my wardrobe in Appleton. In the transition of me moving from Racine to on campus, and my family coming from Appleton with the rest of my stuff and putting me in the same room. It doesn't work out, because I have auditions Monday. I had headshots, this past Wednesday when I looked really good, Eva. And that's about it. I hope all was well. This is a really long video. I am sorry. But I love you. You're wonderful. I miss you both dearly. Yes. And I hope to see you soon as possible, because we're the best of friends, and you're both beautiful, beautiful, inspiring people that inspire me to do crazy things like have a sketch journal. You're marvelous. I love you. End of story. Wisconsin out.